Hello, I am hopping on with a little paper piecing tutorial for you guys today. All of these dies were hauled on TEMU, I believe. They're from the Cat Love store. You can also get them on AliExpress. But I've put these together and I had someone ask for a tutorial. I think it was Crafty Hoe Girl who asked me. And so I am going to hop on here and do a little paper piecing tutorial. So if you have these dies and you're wondering how to put them together, look no further. I'm going to share my tips and tricks. So we're going to start off with Santa. So give me a minute. I'm going to get everything ready and then we'll get going. Okay, so this is the Santa die set, and it comes with all of these pieces, which can be very intimidating because that is a lot of pieces, and I normally wouldn't buy a die personally with that many pieces, but I really loved this Santa Claus. He's super duper cute, and I thought, well, I'm just gonna, do it anyway. So, and when I started putting it together, it really wasn't bad because you're really dealing with three major colors here, which is red, white, and black, and so you can kind of just run all of the little pieces through at one time, and it really wasn't that much die cutting. So I have already die cut all the pieces out just to save us a little bit of time, but basically what you want to do is pick out which pieces need to be ran through in specific colors and then run them all together. So for instance, the little face and the nose would get ran through the die cut machine in a skin colored cardstock, whatever skin color you want. And then you have all of the pieces that are in white, which is going to be this piece here. Hold on, let me get a piece of paper so you can see what I'm actually looking at, because the white just kind of blends together there. But you've got the coat piece here. This is the little hat piece. Let me move all this out of the way. And then you have all of these pieces here. So you've got the eyebrows, the beard, the little pom-pom that goes on the end of the hat, the mustache, and then the two little cuff pieces. So all of those pieces get ran through the white. Okay. And what I typically do with these little teeny tiny pieces is I put some double-sided tape on the back of my paper before I run it through the die cut machine, so that after I run it through, now they're sticky on the back and I've basically created stickers, and it will be a lot easier to adhere the pieces to my die, the die cut that I'm creating. Okay, so there's that. So that's the white pieces. And then there are a couple of black pieces, which is the boots and the little belt. And then you have your red pieces, which is the hat, the glove, and the main body piece. And then you have the little belt buckle, which you can run through in any color you want. I've got a little gold paper there. Okay, and that's all the pieces. Okay, and there are some eyes that come with the die, but I did not run those through the die cut machine because I'm going to use a gel pen, because they're just too teeny tiny. So we're going to get started. Let me get our little inspiration guy here. So when I put a die together, I always pull up the picture of what it's supposed to look like when I get done. And then I just basically reference that picture often as I'm putting it together. We're going to start with this main body piece here. And I am going to glue on this white coat piece right here, the cuffs. And that just goes directly on the coat like that. So I'm going to use my Barely Arts glue and put some glue on this piece, about that much. And then I'm going to take this and line it up here on top of that coat. And just make sure that's adhered really well. And then we're good to go. Okay, then I'm going to take the boots next, and those go down here. And you can, make it your Santa as short or as tall as you like, wherever you want those boots to go. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue up here across the edge, the top edge of the boots. And then I'm going to glue them to the coat. About right there. And again, just sort of hold it to make sure that it doesn't do that. So just hold it for a second until it adheres. Okay, then I'm going to glue on the little belt piece right here. And this is pretty skinny, but if you're using a glue with a fine tip, it will make it a lot easier to put the glue on there. And then you're just going to line this up so that it is right here at the edge where you can kind of see the coat change a little bit. Like right here, there's like a little L shape there in the corner, and that's where you adhere the black belt. Okay, so it goes right there. And then you can go ahead and put your buckle on. And again, probably be a good idea to go ahead and put the double-sided tape on the back of your paper before you cut this little belt buckle out, because it is very teeny tiny. But I forgot to do that, so I'm just going to add some glue and hold it down until it adheres. Okay, so it's already starting to come together. Now we're going to add the cuffs to the coat. Okay, so we're going to start with this cuff piece right here, which looks a little bit strange. It doesn't really look like a cuff, but it is. So we're going to grab that one. And I do have the double sticky tape on the back, so we're just gonna, it already has adhesive. And it goes over here on this side. And you can see that there's kind of a little raised bump right there. I don't know if you can see that little raised bump. That's where it goes, is right on that little bump. So you're just gonna adhere that there. Okay. And then for the other side, there's actually a red glove piece here, right here, that we cut out. And we're just going to adhere that right on top over here. It kind of like overlays on top of the belt. Again, let me get that closer so you can see. So you're going to put it like right here on top of the belt. Okay, so I'm just going to add some glue. You could also put some foam tape here if you want to add some dimension. I'm just going to keep it real simple for this tutorial, but if you wanted to add a little bit of dimension there, you could put some foam tape on the back of this little glove, and that would look really cute. Okay, so we've got that little glove there, and then we're going to add the other cuff piece, which is this one right here. And so we're going to just peel that off and then layer that right on top of that glove. It goes right on top, just like that. Okay, so that's pretty much our body. Now we're ready to work on the face and the head of the Santa. So the first thing I'm actually going to do is work on this hat. So I'm going to set my body over to the side, and I'm going to get this red hat piece and the little hat brim. And I'm going to put some glue on the back of this white part. And I am going to just put this on top here. Just like that. And again, just let that grip really well. And then I'm going to come over here and get this little pom-pom piece. This one with this little squiggly line in the center. And this already has adhesive on the back. So I'm just going to glue that down to the edge of my little hat. Okay, so my hat is ready to go now. So now I can really just focus on the head, the face of Santa. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is glue the face to the back of my body. Okay, and it's going to look a little strange because this head is actually kind of small looking compared to this body, but it's because of the beard. The beard is going to take up most of the face. So, but I'm going to glue it like this so that it is on there and ready to go. So I'm going to flip my little jacket over and put some glue right here on the edge. And then I'm going to grab my little face and line up his shoulders with the shoulders of the coat, and then just hold that down until it adheres. Okay, before I start adding any pieces to the face, I want to go ahead and chalk my cheeks. So if you see on this example, my Santa has pink cheeks and a little bit of pink on his nose. And so I just use chalk for that. I'm using this chalk. Any kind of chalk will work. This chalk is like probably 15 years old. It's very old. I got this when I first started crafting, and it's been serving me well. So I use this pink color here when I use chalk, and I use this tool. This is, I don't even know where I got this. I've had it for a bajillion years. I assume they probably still sell something like this. I think it came as part of a craft tool kit. It's basically just these like little gripper tweezers at the bottom, and then it has like this teeny, minuscule pom-pom, white pom-pom, and I just dip that into the chalk and then use a circular motion. I know I've seen a lot of people use these brushes as well, these little makeup brushes. I think these work really good too. So you could definitely use something like that. You could use tweezers that look like this, and just put a little tiny pom-pom at the end there and do the same thing. So you've got some options, but this is just what I use because I've been using it forever. So I'm just going to pick up some chalk with that pom-pom, and I'm going to chalk in little tiny circles underneath his eyes. So you can see there are little circles there on his face that are imprinted. And I'm just going to put some chalk underneath each eye, and that's going to be his rosy cheeks. Okay, so I'm going to do it right here and right here. And it doesn't have to be exact, because honestly the beard is going to cover up most of it. Okay, and then I kind of get my finger and wipe it so that it looks more natural. And I try to give an even amount of color on each side, so it looks kind of like that. Okay, and again, the beard is going to cover up most of that. You're not going to see a ton of it. All right, and then I'm going to get my little nose piece, and I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm just going to add a little bit of chalk to the top of the nose. Just there on the very top. Okay, so that is my face, so that's ready to go. Now I am ready to put on the eyebrows. So these are my eyebrow pieces. They are very teeny tiny. This is probably the tiniest part of this die. But like I said, I put the tape on the back to kind of help with that. And I'm just going to pick these up, and I'm going to put them over the eyes on either side. And I've made a few of these Santas, and I think I like the eyebrows the best just right under the hat. And I think it's easier to put them on now before you actually start adding all the face pieces on, because you can make sure that they're even and that Santa doesn't look angry. So I'm just gonna move these around a little bit until I get them right where I want them. And then once they are where they need to be, then you can push down and make sure that adheres really good to the paper. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. So that's my eyebrows. Okay, then we're going to put on the beard next. And the beard, just put a little bit of glue on the back. You could also put some foam tape here, but just know that if you do, you're going to have to put foam tape on the mustache and the nose as well. So that's up to you if you want to do that or not. And I tried to line my little beard up to about that little curve on his ears. So see that curve where that starts? I try to just put it right there. I think that's a pretty good place for it. So that's kind of where it goes. Okay, then we're gonna put the mustache on, and that goes on top, just right there on top of the beard, just like that. Oh, it's not, sorry, it's not focusing. Okay, and then we're ready to put our nose on there, and again, you could add foam tape, or you can just glue it directly on, totally whatever you prefer. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to glue it on, but my example does have the foam. I like it both ways. I think it looks cute either way. Okay, and our little Santa is starting to come along. And as you can see, most of those cheeks got covered up by the mustache and the beard. But it is a cute little touch, I think. And you can see enough of it. And you want to do it beforehand, because otherwise you're going to get that pink chalk all over your white beard, and you don't want that. Okay, then we're ready to put on the hat. And again, I'm just going to flip this over and put some glue here so that I can put it on top of Santa's head. And I'm just going to put it right above those eyebrows. And again, you can do it two different ways. You can do it this way that I'm showing, or you can do it this way, which is where the eyebrows are kind of on top of the hat. Again, I think it looks cute either way. I made them both ways, and I think both ways are cute. So it's up to you, whatever you like best. Okay, so now what we have left is we need to add eyes, and you could die cut them out of black paper, but they are so teeny tiny. So what I like to do is use a gel pen, and let me find my gel pen. Okay, so I like to use this glaze, what is this? Sakura glaze gel pen. And it is not like a regular gel pen. It's a glazed gel pen. And this means that it's going to dry very shiny. And it will almost look like it's been, like you have like glossy accents kind of, but it's not going to be raised up like that, but it's going to be very shiny. And I think that's perfect for eyes because it catches the light and it looks like real eyes kind of. So I like to use this for eyes on these little paper piecing projects. And it's just a little easier than cutting out those teeny tiny little dots. And so what I'm going to do is just come in here and color in the little circles that are provided. And I just start in the center and kind of work my way out and make a circular motion until I get the shape that I want. And it doesn't always turn out perfect, but you know, it's a handcrafted project. I have to remind myself, it doesn't have to be perfect every time. And so that is our little Santa. And I think he's so stinking cute. Okay, here's the one that I created over here. And here's the one we just made. And really, it doesn't take too long. Like I said, once you get all those little pieces cut out, it's not too bad. For the white accents, I was using a white gel pen, which was, you know, great. But MJ Carol, Melissa, she sent me this from, I guess, probably from Amazon. It's an acrylic paint marker with a fine tip. And this thing has been a life changer. I probably won't ever go back to using a white gel pen again. This is where it's at right here. You can get them on Amazon. I have found them on there. And so she sent me this, and so I started using it, and I just love it. It creates like a perfect white line every time. What I do is I just use a piece of scrap paper, and before I actually start using the marker, I just do a little mark over here on the side to get the paint running into the tip of the marker. And then I just put my little accent lines wherever I want them to be, and you just use a very light touch, okay, because you don't want it to be too clumpy. And it just makes like the perfect little white accents, and I just really love it. So thank you, Melissa. You have totally changed my crafting because I really love this way more than a gel pen for sure. Okay. And that is our little Santa Claus. And I think he is just the cutest thing. So I will put the link to him from TEMU in the description below. I think you can also order him on AliExpress as well. But I did get mine on TEMU. So that is the Santa. Okay, I am looking at this video and it is 19 minutes. So what I'm going to do is do this in parts. I will do the other two paper piecings in another video. And so stay tuned for that so you can get all the stuff. But if I do them all in one video, it's going to take forever to upload this. So thanks for stopping by. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. I love to read them. And I will talk to you guys later. All right, bye.